Thanks. In commentary, civil rights leader Jesse Jackson recently visited Cincinnati. He is surely a voice for the poor, but will mainstream America pay any attention? It's the subject of Jerry's commentary tonight. Jerry?
Thanks, Norma. We have to listen. I didn't say we have to agree, but we have to listen. We have to respond. We have to hear what he's saying, because he's the only national politician left who talks to those who will have nothing to do with the system or the suits who run it. The president motorcades through L.A. Clinton says what he's going to do, and Perot at least suggests that he's working on an answer. But as sincere as these guys might be, to the folks on the streets and in the ghettos and on the unemployment line, living poor, real poor, to them it's all a bunch of words and promises never kept. It's just election time, so the rhetoric flows, but not the commitment, and certainly not the money. Cynicism rages in America's inner cities. I mean, just a rumor of a police shooting started a riot in Minneapolis. It turned out, of course, not to be true. A cop didn't shoot anybody. But even just the rumor was enough to ignite the short fuse of discontent that currently pervades urban America. Forget who's to blame. It's too late for that. The fact is, third and fourth generation poor folk don't believe any of us anymore. Our institutions have helped rip their families apart. There's no base, no education, no economic support. The supremely gifted make it out, but most, of course, don't. And they don't believe politicians give a damn, except to get their vote and agree to keep the peace. Except for Jesse Jackson, that is. He is a bridge across troubled waters. The disenfranchised do listen to him because he really does listen to them, and he hears their cries. And we can slough him off. We can say, oh, that's just Jesse Jackson grandstanding again, and choose to ignore him. But if we do so at our own peril. We ignore a gifted voice and a valuable conduit to a part of America we haven't let in. Simply put, if we don't find room for Jesse Jackson and the forgotten and alienated Americans he represents, if we chase these folks out of the system, what avenue is left for them to vent their anger? If the politicians won't listen, if the courts won't listen, if the media won't listen, if we keep chasing them away, we will eventually chase them onto the streets. And then suddenly we'll cry, oh, Jesse, could you help us? But then it'll be too late, even for him. Maybe we ought to listen to him now. Some of the things he says seem kind of funny, but not listening to him's a riot.